It's
Yeah.
just. I mean, I know Tina probably had some.
Yeah. Did you hear George talking about you and Gibbs?
What
Yeah,
up?
I say I know you had eggnog. You're eggnog person.
Yeah, it gets really old,
Hmm. Yeah, but
but
mhm,
I can honestly tell you that Gib being in my life, he's done a lot for me, and I say that on a standpoint of being out of a normal range when you're around in public and people viewing you in certain ways because of your stigma of how you look and how you are and your persona. When I walk into Gibbs' house, I know so many people look at him in such a negative light because he lives in such poverty. And when I mean poverty, no running water. And I'm working on getting his water turned back on now. But it really, really makes me mad when I realize the light that they put on him is sometimes the light that they put on us, but in a different manner. And there is just no reason for it. I had to call the EMTs the other day, and even one of the EMTs, he turned around and looked at me and said, "Why are we even here?" And I said, "Because he had a seizure." Oh, I mean, he literally looked at that house like, well, this isn't a guy worth saving, so why are we wasting our time? And I literally got in the car and I broke down because I'm like, this is not how we treat people. And so Gib has really refreshed me on just reminding myself that, you know, there are good people out there and there are people that need to be helped. And when people look at me every day and they may have a certain mindset about how I look or who I am because they don't know me, I can look at Gib and know that everything that I do on a daily basis, he truly appreciates. And I just put his laundry in our wash, and I'm gonna fold him and take him back and get more. And I do what I can for him, but he's been a good piece of life for me in that aspect because a lot of people take that away from me every day. But Gib always gives me a hug and he always reminds me that, I appreciate you. So I don't know. Every now and then you find that person in your life and it's not somebody you would expect it to be. And Gib is that person for me. So it's been awesome. So,
yeah, that's good. That this person makes you feel like more human, where other
absolutely.
people make you feel less than that because you're a woman with muscle
Right.
and you're thin their senses and ideology of what women should be. But
Right.
Tina, I've known you for quite some time now. You are a genuinely loving person. You've been through hell and high water in your life. Some losses that could maybe break anybody, but you're standing strong. And you got that big goof married to you, supporting you. You
Right.
got your loving kids, and you got your life and your career. And I think around this time of year, this is why people said you should be thankful for that. Some people may not have. I can tell you, when I grew up, we had a house without one water. We had a pump and an outhouse, and we lived out in the country. And my mother and father were broken up, so we were, we were my mom. There was like counting my six brothers and sisters and two nieces and nephews. There was like almost 10 of us in one house, and we can tell you, it was a struggle, but we all chipped together and we survived. Even though the number's not as big as it used to be, like I said, mom's gone or
And
dad's
Jack.
gone, you
Oh,
know, but it's good when
oh
good people
wow.
like yourself, especially, come to somebody's life like Gibbs, and that was a blessing for him and a blessing for you.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
and also the aspect, especially for a woman in the sport, it's tough. This time of year, getting ready. You're right now. You're prepping. You're training. You're getting ready. You gotta. You got your husband cooking dinner, and when there's so much involved to be a bodybuilder, especially just in the regular world.
yeah, no, absolutely. And like I said, I've been averaging at least 3 shifts over 14 hours in a 5 day period. So you're looking at, 80, I don't know, 40, 60, 80, almost 90 hours in a 5 day week for me. And, I just came off of a 14-hour day yesterday and I still got up and trained. I mean, I'm exhausted, but it's the industry that I'm in and it's the bar and it's, the holiday season and parties and people and dealing with the highs and lows of that and the anxiety that goes into running the business. It's a lot, But, it's like we all look at each other by about this time, and Larry, one of the owners, and I looked at each other and we were like, is it almost over? Because you just get to that point where it's just exhausting, and my feet are killing me, but hey, you know what? I got